What's up? Welcome back to the Watch and Learn Hoops Academy. This is Hugo Black. So last night, the Clippers basically, and you can kind of say the Clippers locked up Shai last night. He still had 26, but they held him to his lowest field goal percentage of the year. He shot 7 for 29 from the field, 1 for 7 from 3. So we're going to look and see how they did it. Listen to what Tyronn Lue had to say just about how they guarded him last night.
I thought we did a good job on Shai, like I said, of just making him play in traffic, not allow him to see seams and get to his spots. When he got beat, I thought the next defender was there to help his teammate. And, that's the best I've seen us defend him, since I've been here, So he's a tough cover, MVP for a reason. And we just want to try to give him different looks, keep him under duress. And I thought we did a good job with that.
That's Tyronn Lue saying he thought they did a great job. And, again, the lowest field goal percentage of the season. He shot 24% last night. So remember, Ty Lue said they wanted him to see a crowd, all right? Now, there's only 3 seconds left on the shot clock, right? 5 seconds when he first catches it. Look how they instantly come over and rotate and bring the second defender. Norman Powell is doing a great job of making sure Shai can only go one way, and he's leading him right to the hoop. So he don't have very many options. So this is what you get. A one dribble, that might not even, his foot may have been on the line. So that's even a worse shot from there. One dribble contested shot, air ball. That's great defense. Great defense. Make him shoot over 2 people. Now the thing about Shai is that he's still Shai. So it's like you're not going, yes, he shot 24%, but you're not going to completely shut him out, right? So it's like you can see here on the ball screen, they're chasing over the top, but they're not in the drop. Zubac is up at the level of the screen. So clearly they're trying to, show bodies at him. They're not just letting him get downhill. But he's still Shai, right? So look how he's able to just turn the corner right here. He comes off that screen and just throws the ball right to the open spot, and he goes and gets it. Now the help defense, nobody's ready for this. They all over here. Nobody expect him to be able to split like that, right? So he gets downhill. You would kind of hope James Harden would give, I don't know, maybe just, you don't want to just foul him, but a little bit better help side defense, but that's just a great move by Shai. Right? You can't stop everything. Now, this is a good example of showing a crowd, right? Like Ty Lue said, they want to show a crowd on him. So as he's bringing the ball up in transition, look at the defense. Batum is right here. I dare you to drive right here, Shai. He's right here waiting. Look at James Harden. Creeping right here. He's just standing in the middle of the paint. He can't wait for Shai to try to put that ball down and go somewhere, right? So there's not very many options he has. So he's taking a punch dribble step back, and you'll live with that. James Harden is completely on the other side of the lane, on the strong side. Batum's here. Like, this is great defense. If Shai lights you up with a bunch of step back threes, you just got to kind of live with it. But remember, that's a good contest. 1 for 7 from 3 tonight. Watch here. Even though Shai's talented, you still, if you just want to make somebody take shots that someone watching would be like, oh, that's tough. If you making shots like that, that's good defense, right? So it's like, again, they're just showing the crowd. He tries to get downhill. He does a good job of kind of bodying up and making sure he can't drive. But look at the help. He's here in the gap showing. James Harden, again, is just lurking. He's in the middle of the paint, right? So if Shai were to get by him, he would drive right into the teeth of the defense, right? So, again, there's not much for him to do. Try to create space and, take a lean-in shot. He doesn't really contest. But look at the way he's shooting, right? Look at how he's landing, and he's running. All his momentum is taking him that way. He's running away. That's a tough shot to make. That's a very tough shot to make. Again, good defense, right? And remember, look at where that shot's coming from. A lot of times when you see Shai cooking, his shots be coming from here. But right now, this is a long one step inside the three-point line. Very long two, fading away. That's good defense. Now, one of the themes so far that I'm seeing is that James Harden is not worried about Alex Caruso at all, right? So when Shai gets downhill here, James Harden is fully committing, right? The other 2 plays, you've seen him just standing in the middle of the paint. He's fully committing. He's there. Caruso wide open. Shai is still shooting that. These are tough shots to make. You got to show, when he says show a crowd, this is what he means. You got to leave somebody else open, and you got to make them be able to make a play. But Shai's not going to be the one to get easy one-on-one looks all game. That would be bad defense. Watch here again. They are not guarding Alex Caruso, and Shai's not passing it to him, at least not yet, right? So he's trying to get downhill, leave Caruso, go double. He is wide open. Shai is not thinking about passing the ball right now. He's still going to try to force his way into the paint. Try to finish over the defense. Tough shot. So here's another shot that Shai made, but they're making it super tough on him. Right? So he's at the top of the key. He's dancing. Now watch James Harden. He's fully committed. Right? That's Aaron Wiggins in the corner. That's a 40% three-point shooter. You're just leaving him wide open. All because, look, the game plan is to stop Shai. So when he gets downhill, that's a tough spin move, and then a fadeaway, a contested fade. Obviously, Shai can make that shot, but if your points have to look like this all game, that's tough. You're probably going to finish with not the best field goal percentage. Now, one thing to watch from Shai, like one thing to learn, watch how much contact is going on between him and James Harden, right? He tries to drive. They're both just pushing each other. You see that? You're allowed to do that in basketball. I know a lot of people, if you swipe their hand or something like that, a lot of people be like, oh, my God, that's an offense. Like, no. If the defense is allowed to touch, you're allowed to swipe. You're allowed to get them off you, right? So James Harden is doing everything he can to stay in front. He's going to use his hands. Shai knows that. Get off me, right? And he's able to use both hands. When he's going left, he's swiping with the right. When he's going right, he's swiping with the left, right? You got to be able to do this if you want to play against physical defense. Right? Gets right by him, able to make the floater and one. That's a tough play by Shai. Every single shot that they're making Shai take they're all like fadeaways. And it's like, yes, can Shai make these shots? Yes, he can make that shot. But if those are the only looks you're getting, that's good defense. Right? Every shot he looked like Kobe. Those are tough shots to make. If you got to take every shot looking like Kobe, bro, I'm playing great defense. Right? If he makes it, he makes it. But these are the kind of shots you got to force good players to make. You can't just give them easy looks, whatever they want all game. Watch again. When they know that all he's doing is trying to score, even though he did finish this game with 8 assists, but they know they trying to stop Shai because he's trying to score. Look at James Harden creeping up on defense. Here, he's on the elbow. If he wanted, that's a wide open player on the wing. If he wants to pass it, he could. Look on the other side. Elbows. Another wide open shooter in the corner. Look at the shot Shai takes. That's tough. That's a tough shot to make. That is incredible defense. Obviously, remember there's some of his key guys are out, so he probably feels like he has to do more than he actually needed to, even though the team won. OKC won. You can tell he has in his mind, all right, I might need to go get 40 tonight. And that's what he's trying to do. You can tell that's what he's trying to do because these are tough shots to take. Even here, watching transition, right? Shai loves that little punch, dribble, step back. The defense knows it. Look at the help. They both on that. Like, that's how you have your teammates back, right? Because low-key, if it was just Batum, he created a lot of space. He might have been able to just make that shot. But no. We coming over. We're going to put an extra hand in your face. Good defense. Force him to take those shots. Now, I know he missed this shot, right? But just watch this. Tween, Hezzy, whoa. Why do people always it always look like somebody trying to reach and grab you. You get caught with a crossover like that. Tween, Hezzy, whoa. Oh, my God. Step back. Still a solid contest, though. It's a tough night for you, Shai. You got to make that one. Even here off the ball screen, like, they do a good job of just having a good rear view contest, right? It might seem like nobody was there and he was able to shoot, but when you know somebody's chasing you down, trying to block your shot from behind, that can make you rush. Because look where that ball hit. That was a wedgie almost. Right? They're just making it rough on him, making it hard.